happy endings are for those who wait. Last night I fell for you on ice drunk straight. Your shattered see-through dreams reflected my state. My broken wisdom has come far too.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thanks for the opportunity. My name is Derajat Ani Muhammad. My study number 2019-210-566. Here I want to explain about marketing strategy. Marketing strategy is the marketing logic in which the business unit hopes to create value and benefit from its relationship with consumer. Companies design marketing driven by customer value strategies. In the first two steps, the company selects the customer it will serve. Market segmentation involves dividing the market into distinct groups of buyers who have different needs, characteristics, or behavior, and who may need separate or mixed marketing strategies. The company identifies various ways of dividing the market and develops the resulting market segment profile. Market targeting or targeting consists of its evaluating the attractiveness of a market segment and selecting one or more market segments to enter. In the last two steps, the company decides on a value proposition, who it will create value for its target customer. Next, I will explain consumer market segmentation, the basis of segmentation for the division of markets for company products is not necessarily the same. The most important basis for segmentation for consumer market is geographic, demographic, psychographic, and behavioral aspects. The first, I will explain geographic segmentation. This geographic segmentation is usually used to divide the market into different geographic units, such as countries, regions, states, district, city, or even neighborhood. The company can decide to operate in one or several geographic areas or operate in all regions. But pay attention to geographical differences in needs and wants. Then demographic segmentation divide the market into segments based on these variables such as age, life cycle stage, gender, income, occupation, education, religion, ethnicity, and generation. Demographic factors are the most popular basis for dividing customer groups, and psychographic segmentation divides buyers into different segments based on lifestyle or personality characteristics. People in the same demographic group can have enormous differences in psychographic characteristics. Behavioral segmentation divides buyers into segments based on knowledge, attitude, uses, or respond to a product. Many marketers believe that behavioral variables are the best starting point for building a market segment. That's all explanation from me. The presentation will be continued by my friend. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thanks for the opportunity. My name is Kiflan Darti with students number 2019-21-0572. Here I will explain about segmenting business markets. So, segmenting business markets is consumer and business marketers use many of the same variables to segment their markets. And then business buyers can be segmented geographically, demographically, like industry, company size, or by benefit source, user status, usage rates, and loyalty status. And then business marketers also use some additional variables, such as customer operating characteristics, purchasing approaches, situational factors, and personal characteristics. And then next, I will explain about segmenting international markets. There are 4 segmenting factors. The first one is geographic factor. It is a grouping countries by region, such as Western Europe, the Pacific Rim, South Asia or Africa. And then the second is economic. So in economic factor is grouped. It is grouped by population, income levels, or by their overall level of economic development. And then the third one is political factor. It is the type and stability of government, receptivity to foreign firms, monetary regulations, and amount of bureaucracy. And then the fourth is cultural factors. It is a grouping markets according to common language, religions, values, and attitudes, custom, and behavioral patterns. But not only 4 of that, there is another segmentation. It is using intermarket or cross-market segmentation. They form segments of consumers who have similar needs and buying behaviors, even though they are located in different countries. Thanks, that's all from me. Next will be continued by my friends. Thank you.
Thanks for the opportunity. My name is Randy Butuwijaya and my study number is 2019-210-574. Now, I want to explain about recruitment for effective segmentation. Clearly, there are many ways to segment a market, but not all segmentation are effective. To be useful, market segment must be 1. Measurable. The size, purchase power, and profile of the segment can be measured. Number 2 is accessible. The market segment can be effectively reached a server. Number 3 is substantial. The market segment are large of profitable enough to serve. A segment should be the largest possible homogeneous group worth pursuing with the tailored marketing program. Number 4 is differentiable. The segments are conceptually distinguishable and respond differently to different marketing mix element and program. And number 5 is actionable. Effective program can be designed for attracting and serving the segment. Next, I want to evaluating market segment. In evaluating different market segments, a firm must look at 3 factors. 1 is segment size and growth. A company wants to select segments that have the right size and growth characteristic. But right and exact growth is a relative matter. The large, faster growing segments are not always the most attractive one for everything company. Smaller company may lack the skills and resources needed to serve large segments. Number 2 is segment structural attractiveness. The company also needs to examine major structural factors that affect long-run segment attractive. Number 3 is company object and resources. Even if a segment has a right size and grow and is structurally attractive, the company must consider its own object and resources. Some attractive segments can be designed quickly because they do not match with the company's long-run objective.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thanks for the opportunity. My name is Amelia Rahmi Fatmawati. My student number 2019 to 10581. So today I'm going to explain about selecting target market segments and positioning maps. The first one is selecting target market segments. In selecting target market segments, there's a target market. Target market is a set of buyers who share common needs or characteristics that a company decides to serve. Market targeting can be carried out at several different levels. Companies can target very broadly or undifferentiated marketing, very narrowly or micro-marketing, or somewhere in between, or differentiated or concentrated marketing. So I will explain it. The first one is undifferentiated or mass marketing. A market coverage strategy in which a firm decides to ignore market segment differences and go after the whole market with one offer. The second one is differentiated or segmented marketing. Is a market coverage strategy in which a firm targets several market segments and designs separate offers for each. The third one is concentrated marketing. Is a market coverage strategy in which a firm goes after a large share of one or a few segments or niches. And the last one is micro marketing. Is the practice of tailoring products and marketing programs to suit the taste of specific individuals and local customer segments. Rather than seeing a customer in every individual, micro-marketers see the individual in every customer. Micro-marketing includes local marketing and individual marketing. Now I'm going to explain it. Local marketing is tailoring brands and marketing to the needs and wants of local customer segments, cities, neighborhoods, and even specific stores. Individual marketing is tailoring products and marketing programs to the needs and preferences of individual customers. In selecting target market segments, there's a choosing a targeting strategy and socially responsible target marketing. For choosing a targeting strategies, companies need to consider many factors when choosing a market targeting strategy. Which strategy is best depends on the company's resources. When the firm's resources are limited, concentrated marketing makes the most sense. The best strategy also depends on the degree of product variability. Another factor is market variability. If most buyers have buy the same amounts and react the same way to marketing efforts, undifferentiated marketing is appropriate. Finally, competitors' marketing strategies should be considered. When competitors use differentiated or concentrated marketing, undifferentiated marketing can be suicidal. Conversely, when competitors use undifferentiated marketing, a firm can gain an advantage by using differentiated or concentrated marketing, focusing on the needs of buyers in specific segments. Now we talked about socially responsible target marketing. Smart targeting helps companies become more efficient and effective by using on the segments that they can satisfy best and most profitably. Targeting also benefits consumers. Companies serve specific groups of consumers with offer carefully tailored to their needs. However, target marketing sometimes generates controversy and concern. The biggest issues usually involve the targeting of vulnerable or disadvantaged consumers with controversial or potentially harmful products. For example, fast food chains have generated controversy over the years by their attempts to target inner city minority consumer. They've been accused of pitching their high-fat, salt-laden fare to low-income urban residents who are much more likely than suburbanities to be heavy consumer. Similarly, big banks and mortgage lenders have been criticized for targeting consumers in poor urban areas with attractive adjustable rate home mortgage that they can't really afford. Now move to another chapter, differentiation and positioning. In the differentiation and positioning, there's a product position. Product position is the way a product is defined by consumer or by consumers on important attributes, the place it occupies in consumers' minds relative to competing products. The last one is positioning maps. In planning their differentiation and positioning strategies, marketers often prepare perceptual positioning maps that show consumer perceptions of their brands versus those of competing products on important buying dimensions. The position of each circle on the map indicates the brand's perceived position on two dimensions: price and orientation, luxury version performance. The size of each circle indicates the brand's relative market share. I think that's all from me. The next presentation will be presented by my colleague. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thanks for the opportunity. My name is Adam Ricci. My student number is 585. I will present about choosing a differentiation and positioning strategy. Differentiation and positioning are strongly related and depend on each other. Positioning, which is the process of arranging for a product to occupy a clear, distinctive and desirable place relative to competing product in the minds of target customer, depend of the differentiation and vice versa. Because the differentiation, which is the process of actually differentiating the product to create superior customer value, we can achieve the desired position in customer minds. The differentiation and positioning process consists of 3 steps. First, identifying a set of differentiating competitive advantages on which to build a position. 2. Choosing the right competitive advantage. 3. Selecting an overall positioning strategy. Then the company has to deliver its promises by effectively communication and delivering the chosen positioning to the selected market. Differentiation. In order to achieve a strong position in the segment the company has chosen, it has to find ways to set itself apart. To do so, it has to deal with competitive advantage. In other terms, its firm must differentiate itself and its offer by building a unique bundle of benefit. This bundle of benefits should appeal to a substantial group within the chosen and target segment. You see that by means of this differentiation, the right position in customer minds can be achieved. leading to a strong correlation of differentiation and positioning. The firm can differentiate itself by identifying possible value differences and competitive advantages and choosing the right ones. Positioning. What position should the product occupy in customer mind? That it's dealt with by positioning the place a product occupies in customer mind relative to competitive product is called the product position. It is not our own position of our product, but the way we would like our customer to think about it. That involves perception, impression, and feeling that customers should have for the product in comparison to competing product. Differentiation and positioning are strongly related to each other. By differentiating the product, the company can achieve the position it wants to achieve in customer mind. Finding the right positioning strategy requires selecting a value proposition and developing a positioning statement. Delivering the chosen differentiation and positioning strategy. A differentiation and positioning strategy is worthless if it is not realized. Differentiation and positioning should, in other words, be delivered. The means that once of position has been chosen, the company must take steps to actually deliver and communicate the desired position to the target consumer. The means to do so is the marketing mix. If the company wants to build a strong position on basis of better quality, it must deliver better quality. The marketing mix element have to support the chosen position. If the company pursues a more for more positioning strategy, it needs high quality product, high prices, high quality distribution, and advertising in high quality media. Realizing the chosen differentiation and positioning strategy by means of the marketing mix is the only way to achieve the desired position in customer minds. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you for the opportunity. My name is Cynthia Septiana Safitri with student my number 714. Here I will continue the present tense from my friend. Well, I will explain about communicating and delivering the chosen position. Ocean, it has chosen a position. The company must take strong steps to deliver and communicate and desired position to its target consumer. Positioning the company calls for contract action, not just talk. If the company decides to build a position on better quality and service, it must first deliver that position. So many present tense from our group. Thank you.